Hello, welcome back to the channel. I haven't posted for 3 or 4 days, I don't think. Been a bit slow recently. But I do intend to post a little bit more over the next few days. I do have a request coming up, but I had a request yesterday, I think. To do some tournaments on review tournaments on GG Poker, so that's great. I've responded to that already, and I said I've registered for some tournaments on GG today. I will do tomorrow and Sunday over the next 2 or 3 days. Anyway, I've got a tournament on GG Poker. I won a $150 ticket to the $10 million whatever tournament it is, which is great. That's happening on the 20th. It's now the 17th of February. I just have to make sure I don't forget about it. Sometimes I do this, because I think it kicks off the problem is it kicks off at midnight, so I'm going to be tired. But $10 million, I'm going to make sure I'm awake. I'm going to have to work it out somehow. So thank you for that request. Please, anybody, I do like that kind of thing. It just makes me feel a little bit valued, which, well, I don't have a problem with self-value, but it's just nice to hear that people seem maybe enjoying watching the videos or benefiting from them in some way. So that's great. It gives me a little lift. I think that's probably the better way of describing it. I'm playing some 9max $5 on. We've just got a straight in the bottom right here. I'll try and focus in here what we got. 8, 9, obviously I'm just going to call. That doesn't seem to be working. I need to adjust the tables a little bit here. Bottom left. Okay. So yeah, we've got queens here. Just re-raise this. So I'm playing. I know what I need to do to make those tables better. Okay, that's it. Okay, I'm playing 4 tables 9max on Pokerstars, just $5. I'm still on the $5 level. What happened is I took a shot at $25 that kind of went okay initially, and then I think we dropped down a little bit, not much, maybe -1 buying or something. I didn't really want to push it too much there. And then also we played some $10, and I don't think that went well at all. We lost about 5 or 6 buy-ins. I'm not sure if I recorded those videos. And then at the same time, we kind of lost a bit of money on $5 as well. So we had a little bit of a downswing. We've gone up again a little bit over the last day or two. So we've come back a bit. I wasn't that worried about the downswing. I wasn't really playing that much. And we've got queen here. Let's just have a look at this. Okay, top set. That's great. Two players there. I'm just going to bet a half pot just to encourage people to continue. If they're too big, they might fold. That's my thinking anyway. Okay, so that's good for us. We have just over our stack left. So I think we can re-raise this here. Maybe. Maybe just put it in, I think. Don't really have too much more to go on that. I've got a draw. We could have king, king, ace, ace. Disappointed. I didn't really want to get the fold there, but I did. I was hoping to finish that up. I haven't got. I might put it on in a bit. I haven't got the HUD on at the moment, but most of these players at the tables have labels. Okay, so I don't think it really matters too much about the HUD. For me, anyway, personally, at $2, $5, because I generally only tend to use the VPIP. I'm going to do. I keep saying this. I think I'm going to do a video where I'll do some off-table analysis using my HUD. And I just haven't had time over the last 2 or 3 days to do it. I kind of almost started. I wanted to have a look, particularly at my jacks. I think I might have mentioned this in the last video. Is I like to look at how individual sort of whole card hands are performing. I think a couple of months ago, I had a real problem with ace queen off. It just kept getting hammered, so I needed to make some adjustments there. And then I don't think so much now. I'm not sure. Let's have a look. But then a similar thing started to happen with my jacks. I was getting into a few positions where I was, I had kind of overcard with jack. And I was probably overplaying 1 or 2 of them at least. I ended up getting trounced. We got an overcard here, the good shot. Not so much to put in for this, so go for it. And we end up with nothing. So with the let's just go up there with the ace 10. Okay, and we're disappointing now. Okay. I'll try to do this. You can see this. I'm going to try to run this like for a couple of hours. It just saves me. I know it's not great. It just saves me a little bit of editing time, which I don't really have at the moment. What I find is sometimes if I play, let's say I play for 5 hours, and then I understand to chop it down into highlights to edits, which I appreciate. I kind of like that myself. Okay, over here we've got the nut plus draw, so let's just check raise if we can. See if there's anyone ready to play for that. And it always pairs, doesn't it? No one goes for it, and we can go up. Okay, anyway. Trouble with those hands. They look great when you get them, but very often you don't really get that much value from them. Ace king here. 5 under the gun. Don't know what's going on there. Could be just a crazy player. I think that player is a bit like that. Maybe we'll call 1. Yeah. I'll just see how it goes. Have the 8s, the top left. I keep the screen like this. We'll call 1. 7, 8, 9. We don't really get anything there. 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Second pair with the 8s, so we'll just call 1 there. We can keep going, I think, with the 8s. Could have ace king, ace queen, ace jack. Could have an overpair. I don't know. Well, he didn't bet. I mean, the jacks come in, that favours him a little bit. But I'm gonna fold the eights. I just think that bet is tells us that we're dead. I think he got the river there. I know that's a bit passive, but it's giving away money there. Yeah. So what was I saying? You know, if I play for about 5 hours, and then I edit, and it takes me. I'm slow. It takes me over 3 hours, I think. And sometimes I've got that time, and sometimes I haven't. I'm still going to have to kind of work out some kind of system, I think, and I don't quite have that yet, of what I'm doing when I'm doing it. I want to post videos regularly. I want to try and get up the stakes. I want to try and analyze my game and show that a little bit and get help from you guys with that. We've got ace king here. Is that bottom right, isn't it, that one? Okay. And raise that. And then but I also want to do some basic videos. You know, I'll put some shorts up there where it's just like kind of the whole card names, because where I live, you know, people don't know some of this. I have got a TikTok now and Instagram, I think, and Facebook. And what I'm using those for is just to introduce non-English speakers to some basic poker stuff, like, you know, the names of Holdem. I've on the YouTube channel here that I've just put the English versions, you know. So ace ace, pocket rockets, you know, and you might think, oh, that's really basic, but you know, it is for people like me and you probably. But you know, lots of people don't know that where I live. And on my TikTok, I'm kind of starting to do those kind of videos in other languages. To kind of, because I know from the community that I live in, it will help them. So, and I'm starting to get some views on TikTok, and that's great. But that sort of takes a bit of time. I kind of like, you know, I'm not a poker coach. I'm not a poker pro. You know, I'm not sure if I even want to be either of them really, but I just like relaxing and playing. I'm not going to go with the ace nine here. I think just don't have enough, and probably going to get club plus draw. Oops, I need to change the screen. There you go. Getting to do that. Sorry about that. And I will try to do that. Change the screen. Sometimes I forgot that I've changed the screen and nothing's happening on the table. Ace three. I'm gonna call one here. Just this player may be messing around. Match of three. Or one. Come on, man. 6-6. Well, I knew he was messing around a little bit, but fair play to him. Well played. Go onto other screen now so you can see the overview. Yeah, what was I saying? I can't remember. Yeah, I do like the educational part of it. You know, if someone's learning something from what I'm doing, and I think with my TikTok videos, it's more about, at the moment, introducing people to the basic language. You know, sometimes people say things in English that I don't really understand. I mean, I did, you know, I am aware, you know, people play, a lot of people play cards where I am, but they don't know the English words. you know. And I thought, okay, well, I'll do some videos to help them really initially, and I'm sure it'll help other people. So I kind of like that, but that takes a little bit of time just to produce and do. So I don't mind so much, but you know, something I want to do. And also, like I said earlier, with the guy who said, you know, asked me, can you do a review of some tournaments on GG? Well, that's great as well. Kind of that motivates me. You know, I'm not. I think I've already said to the guy, I'm not very good. Probably not the best person to do it, but yeah, well, I'm happy to show people what I do. You know, and you know, it's not perfect. You know, I'm not going to say, oh, this is the perfect way to do it. But what I can say is, this is what I do. You know, and that helps. That helps. I mean, I've learned a lot of my game trial and error. You just played. I played a lot of games, and you know, kind of. Okay, we got a jack. I'm just gonna flat here. Okay, so we got second set. We check raise. Hopefully, we were up against an ace queen. So check our time here. Hopefully, we're not up against queen. There's always that possibility, but we're just going all in. Whatever. I think we have a good enough hand to get stacked now. Okay, so it's continued. We have a pot left. So I'm just going to go half pot. Hopefully we get shoved on. We should continue here. Yeah, so we're up against queen by the looks of it. I don't think. We're up against queen, king, ace. That's all we're up against here. King. Yay. No king, please. There you go. Wonderful. I think we played that hand okay. I mean, we got what we wanted, stack. And I think we kind of were able to guess that range quite right. Once the shove went in, those were the only hands we were up against, queen. Really, and well, the only hands that beat us was, well, sorry, no, the only hand that beat us obviously was queen. I don't think a draw was shoving that, and a call with the free here top right. Missed out. Would have been nice to get a free though, wouldn't it? Hope we can get another free card. Doesn't come. Come on, river free. Can we get a river free? We're gonna fold to that bad. Okay, we have ace jack here, and just gonna flat that. Bit of a loose flat, but I'm not really looking to continue too much. 8, 9. Oh, we got a good shot, so we're gonna have to unfortunately continue one. Check fold if probably. Yeah, I'm not gonna chase a draw there. To get the ace, ace is probably dead. We really need the 10, don't we? But too expensive. Yeah, here we raise the ace jack from the small blind. I'm not going to put the hood on. I'm just going to put. Like some of these players have labels. I know some of them, the ones without labels, I've either forgot to label them or I've not played with them before. I'm just going to play blind, and we're staying at table. We've got ace jack suited, and we'll re-raise that. I'm gonna flat the ace jack suited, I think. Yeah, because if it does come in, we can hopefully get a few stacks. I think if we re-raise, I mean, probably, it's just my logic and it's probably completely wrong. I mean, probably everyone's saying re-raise. But I think, you know, potential getting a few stacks in there. If we get a nice draw, then I'm just going all in, you know. Hope for the best. Oh, look at that. What an awful. I mean, we got a top pair with this. We really wanted some clubs there, but. Call one. Okay, that's good. I hope. Hopefully we're not up against ace king. Okay, I think re-raising probably was the best thing to do there, but my logic is sometimes this. With ace jack, if ace jack suited, probably should re-raise. Definitely should re-raise, you know. But sometimes I think this with the suited hands, drawy type of hands that may not necessarily be the nutty type of hands, such as ace jack suited. Yeah, I think sometimes I like to have a multi-way pot because, you know, there's always that potentially getting 2 or 3 stacks. So that's my thinking, and probably completely wrong. But it just comes from a long way back, is that I think I remember when I was learning poker myself, I was watching a lot of videos. I just remember this one person saying, I like to get people, and I thought, you know, just what I said. I like to get, sometimes I like to get a few players in the pot, and it reminds me from a quote from the movie Colours with Sean Penn and I can't remember who was it, Robert Duvall? I can't remember. 2 police officers, and Sean Penn was a young police officer who was very enthusiastic about racing into gangs and trying to arrest somebody for doing something wrong. And I think it was Robert Duvall, older cop. He just told him his story. He said it was 2 balls on the top of a hill or on a field or something. And the young bull said to the old bull, let's run down to that field of cows and fuck one of those cows. And the old bull said, why don't we just walk down to that field of cows and fuck them all? Sort of like that. And I think that's, you know, philosophy there. But sometimes with the ace jack, you can re-raise, probably get heads up. And I think very often when you heads up, you probably, yeah, you think, okay, someone's gone heads up, they got ace king, ace queen, you know. Very often you can be in trouble. Multi-way, I think, you know, you can get 2 clubs there on a flop, then you're in a better position. I need to change the screen. And, I forget to do that because I was talking. So we got ace 10 down here, bottom right. We raise that. One thing I have been doing when I've been playing over the last couple of days, when I have had my HUD stats on, I think I've got the best hand here with the ace 10 against this guy. I have been playing more aggressively. I might put my HUD stats on in a little bit, and just so we can see how they look. But I won't do it just yet. But what I noticed is when I have been doing some off-table work on my game as well. But you know, my VPIP had gone up on some, not all tables. On some tables, it was a lot more than what it used to be. So I've been playing more hands generally. Some tables, you know, you just don't get anything. And VPIP's 15 or something. You know, not much you can do about it unless you know. Well, a bit you can do about it, but you know, sometimes you just get hard dead. Second pair against this guy, call 1. Does he have an ace or better? That's set. How to get maximum value from your set. Anyway. So yeah, I know my 3-bet was a lot higher. But I think I was playing last night and you know, my 3-bet nearly every table about 15-20% over 200 hands or something. I don't know, probably wasn't that crazy, but you know, it was markedly different from what it used to be. I mean, I was doing okay. I think I did okay last night. I didn't really play much yesterday. I went out for a nice dinner, actually. I think I mentioned it. I was talking to somebody about it yesterday. I got invited out for dinner, and part of me didn't want to go. I'm not going to go into that. And but I went, and it was really nice, you know. And food was great, Indian food. I mean, I've been to this restaurant a few times. I mean, you know, I told my friend about it. It's a good restaurant, and we went there because I recommended it, and she loved it. It was great, and I think that's why I was. I think I was a little bit worried about what she might think of the restaurant. But it's a quietish restaurant, but sometimes it's really busy. But you know, sometimes you can go in there and you're the only people in there, you know, and I don't know why, because food's amazing. People are nice. Just post COVID, they're getting back on their feet, so good luck to them. But we ordered a few dishes and we just shared everything, you know. And I see by the way she was eating, she was loving it. It's just like, you know, just like she was really starving. That's just like, oh, this is amazing. It was really good food, really good food. So I was happy, like, you know, I was happy that kind of worked out. Cause like, don't know, when you recommend I'm not really into recommending restaurants. I have 2 or 3 that I go to that good for me because I can digest my food okay, you know. I don't use bad oil or clean ingredients, you know, that kind of thing. I'm a bit fussy like that. If I don't, I get stomach aches, you know, so I just go to restaurants mainly that I know okay, you know. That I'll never have a problem. But then I always get a bit nervous about recommending restaurants to other people because I may not like the same thing. But this went okay yesterday. Went really well. Anyway, so that's that. So I didn't really play much. I spent had lots of other things to do, and I had to go out. And but I was just looking at my statistics this morning for yesterday, and I played about 300 hands, $5, and I won about 5 buy-ins. No, yes, 5 or 6 buy-ins. So I had a really kind of amazing session. You know, I can't even remember when I played it yesterday, but that was great. And it was funny because this is poker, isn't it? I think the last sort of week or two, I've gone down about $100, minus $100 with playing $25 games, $10 games, a few $5 sessions. Haven't gone that well. So I've been at one point I was about minus $100 or so. It's okay, you know. It's kind of on big blinds 100. You know, it doesn't look so bad compared to the actual cash figure. You know, $100. You know, but not something I worry about. I didn't sort of yesterday, you know, 1 or 2 hours. It was just $35 or something, you know. So I actually got back a whole week, well, 50% of a whole week or something, you know, in a couple of hours. But you know, I say a whole week. I haven't really played much last week, so not much happening over the last few minutes on the tables. So sorry about that. We've got ace-9 here. Let's look at that. What's happening? I'm going to re-raise it just to have a bit of fun. I don't think this guy, the red guy's got anything. This guy's got something, probably. 32. I'm not paying that. Be interesting to see what the outcome of that is. Bit much of a. I mean, to be honest, if you have got, I mean, it's probably ace king there, isn't it? But sometimes you think, if you have got ace, why kill it with such a big? I mean, I've seen people do that. I mean, I haven't got the stats on, but sometimes you see it with people who with a VPIP of around 7 or 8. You know, so they've obviously got ace or king. But I don't think they even play ace king. You know, some of these people. And you know, you open raise 3 and then they shove. Okay, you fold, and you know, I send them a message sometimes. Okay, you won 3 chips with your aces. Amazing, you know. Well done. You know, sometimes the object is not to get people to fold. You know, you want to. What you wanted to. You know, you don't stack people by shoving free plop. I think when I started playing poker, there was a lot of that, people shoving and calling, but you know, I think even now I'm kind of like king. You know, people say, oh, you should never throw king free flop. Well, maybe that's something I'll do on my hood. Have a look at my king calls free flop against a free flop, against a pre-flop shove, and see if that's profitable. Because when you know, Yeah, sometimes you're going to get a king. Yeah, sometimes you're up against ace-ace. Yeah, sometimes you're up against ace-king. Sometimes you're up against queen-queen, jack-jack, 10-10. Depends on the stack sizes, you know. For me, that really does depend on the stack size. So I'm going to re-raise ace-7. I've got into re-raising pretty much all my suited aces, and that's a bit much of an overplay. But seems to be working. We've got ace queen here. Let's hope there's not an ace king. We've got a bow, and we're just going to get stacked here either way. Not even, we haven't got a boat, we got a trips. Okay, 5-4. Okay, so there you go. I mean, I don't quite know what happened there, but it wasn't a boat, was it? But why did I say boat? Fairly early morning. 5-4. Yeah. Bamboozled me. Yeah. We're going to re-raise the a6. Oh, we'll call it off. Oh. Typical, innit? I knew that was going to happen. Well, there you go. Those yahoos. King Barber. I kind of knew we had the best hand there. I kind of knew we were going to get shafted. But there you go. Let's put my hood on and then see how this is working out. We can. Well, a moment. Okay, so all goes black a minute. Okay. Till that comes on. Okay, so it's all a bit messy at the moment, but just see. I'll just show you how quickly how I like to use it in game sometimes. I do like to have a look at my graph as we go along. I say, what does my graph look like? Even though, you know, you shouldn't really pay too much attention to your daily graph. But I like to look at it because it gives me a little bit of a flavour of, you know, the immediate trend. Although, you know, it's broadly irrelevant. You know, you think of poker as, you think of what I've done is, I used to pay a lot of attention to the individual daily results. Oh, you know, yesterday I was down 5 and this is affect me. I mean, sometimes it still does. You know, sometimes I'm not happy with stuff. Let's just get the 3 pips on first. Let's go take those off, and then do this first. Okay. So here we got all the VPIPs. If you do want to buy Holdem Manager, there's a link in the description. All my videos has a link. And I think the basic Holdem Manager is about $60, something like that. You can upgrade. They have different sort of modules you can buy. It's not that expensive. I think it's a really good product for what you get for your money. It gives you a lot of information. And you know, if you play multi-tabling anyway, and you can use it. I obviously use it on Pokerstars. Generally, I just have the VPIPs on like this. So as you can see, I've been playing a little bit tight actually. 14, 13, 19, 18. Tighter than I was playing yesterday anyway. So here, just basically the same information you get on GG Poker. On GG Poker, you've got your VPIPs there, haven't you? You can download your stats from GG Poker. Have their own. They have their own sort of poker tracker thing, don't they? And what's it called? Pokercraft. Okay, you can download your hand. I might do a video show you how to do that. You can download your hands from Pokercraft and put it into your HUD. Maybe that's a video I'll do later on. Okay, let's have a look at this very quickly. I'll just we got a 10-9. I'm going to call. There's so much money in the pot there. And what's that? We can, but you know, we can't run away from that money. A good shot. Annoying. And then the bottom right here, we got nut plus draw with go up. I'm not going to pay for that now. Pin's already out there. So. Okay, oh sorry, put the 10-9 going nowhere anyway. Someone put a big bet in and we kind of needed a good shot with the Jack on the board. So I need to remember just to zoom out, zoom in a bit more. So here, just going back to the HUD, you can see here on all the tables, my big blinds up. I mean, I can easily change that to put the money there. So it's $5 tables, 7, 6, 6, 9. So, but you know, although that's positive, we don't know whether we've actually won money. And what you can do, you can do two things. So let's have a look at this. I'm going to change this table here on the bottom right. So what I can do, I'll just stay on there a minute, just while we. Maybe people would join. So I sometimes do this. You can do re-raise the not re-raise. I'll open the 9-10. Just wait a minute. Okay. Go up but no possible. Indeed. Okay. So. Trouble when there's not many players, you have to be quick. I can change this to have a look at the big blinds 100 on this table. 131. You know, and I also have a one where it tells me what's that in money. $3.94. So I can set that for all tables. This is a quick way of telling you you know, how much you've earned, and it gives you a bit of it. I don't like doing it about other players on the video, but I'll do a quick one here and I'll switch it off. VPIP's okay. I think that's fair enough ish. All the other stuff's not so okay, I don't think. Let's set that a default very quickly for all tables. So we can see we've been playing about 45 minutes. 9 max, $5, 4 tables. So bottom right, you can see here, plus 394. Bottom left, plus 187. Yeah, for $5 odd. Bottom top right, plus 285. $8 odd, you know. Then 87. So, and we played about 64 rounds, so you know, nearly plus 2 buy-ins, you know. That's okay. So I'm going to go back to VPIP. I don't think it's fair just to show all. It does give you the information about all the other players. Oops, sorry, I clicked the wrong one there. I don't think that's up fair. I don't want to upset people. Just really wanted to show you mine. So I'm going to close this table. Oh, not yet. Finish that hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, people have joined. No, we'll stay on it. People have joined. Okay, now. Thought it was closing down. So yeah, that's a way to. I'll just assess how you're doing in game. Top pair with the 10s, with the queen 10. Bottom right. Well, obviously, if you've got your hood on, I sometimes have my you know, here's the graph, but you know, what I have on graph for this session. Well, I've only just started playing, so today, 200 odd hands. Like I said, we were plus about $10. Like I said, plus about 2 buy-ins, so that's right. And that's great. Oh, let's put the other screen on. I'm not sure if you saw that properly, but I'll show you the graph again. So I'm not really going to have time to edit this video, so what you see is what you see. It's been a bit messy, I think, but in some parts. Apologies for that. I'm doing my best. We've got a 6 top pair on the top right. So I'm into donking at the moment because my check raising wasn't really working. I'm going to continue and go big. It's 5. Oh, turn to 5. So smaller bet was probably better there. There you go. but I'm turning the aggression on lately. I'm not sure if you saw the graph properly, so let me do that again. So probably going down a bit now because that last hand was a nightmare. But let's do this. So we want today. Okay, we have Jack 10 suited. What's that? The bottom left. I'm going to set up. Come on, diamond. Jack or 10. I don't think he's got many fours. Okay, great. Fantastic. Let's go and get this graph again. So yeah, here it is. This is the graph for today so far. It went down a little bit because we just a bit of a nightmare round, but you know, it's $9 or something now. And this week, I haven't really played that many hands. What is it now? Friday. Yeah, I've only played 6,000 hands this week. Not many. Sorry about that. The way it's been, and you can see here, I've been playing $5 games mainly. Didn't do very well. -7 buy-ins, and then yesterday and this morning, this gone just took it back into profit now. So not a big, you know, not big amounts, not many hands this week because I've been busy. I keep saying that the last few weeks. I've been busy, and I do need to organise myself a little bit more. Top pair 8 here with the queen. It'd be nice to get a queen, but we do have the straight on the board. 4, 5, 6, 7. 6, 7's obviously got the 1. Going. That's small. Woohoo! 8, 9. Right. There's 10 here, bottom left. Getting up in there. Check. Nothing in our range. Nothing. Got any nuts there or? Oh. The player's just messing about, but he's 10. I'm cave in. But my attitude with these sort of players, yeah, let them have their fun and pot size with nothing, probably. Great. Yeah. I'm not going to get into any leveling war with them. I'll just sit, be patient, wait till you have the nuts, and just take. I think that's my strategy. Wait till you have it. Tight aggressive really, but yesterday and a bit more laggy. Today it's come back to a little bit more sort of tight aggressive style, but generally speaking, patience seems to be. Because I think sometimes these players get into a false sense of security. They're like, bet, pot, 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 pot. And then they forget that sometimes they don't have it. Or they haven't got the nuts. Or they think if they bet big that they're going to fold. And ideally I like to get them into a position where they have to call. They put so much money in a pot that they left with little choice but to call with a marginal hand, and they're done. Okay, I'm going to re-raise the king 10 suited here. We've got a 73 V-pip. That could be anything. Could be the nuts, but it could be anything. That's the thing to remember, is sometimes I used to think, oh, they've never got anything. That's often not the case. Oh, we get another shitty flop. It's almost like the same as the last one. I'm gonna check. Oh, I know we re-raise. And I've actually got a straight in the top left. Look at this one. And I'm gonna put up. We get back to this one. 4, 5, 7, 9. We've just got to hope here. I think call and hope. Got nothing really to shove on. Okay, so it's going in some way. We were beaten by ace of clubs, something. Small betting. King 5, amazing. Amazing. But I might have even got away with a shove there. I just showed you my graph not long ago, and it went down. I haven't played many hands, but 7 buy-ins. It looks bad, but it's just variance, really. I think I maybe played 1 or 2 bad hands, but generally, you look at the play here. Generally speaking, it was just variance. There was cases where, I did shove the king club suited, and they had the ace club suited, things like that, The 9-9 here, I think got the best hand. Just gonna check it down, no, waste our time. So yeah. Now we're heading up towards 3 buy-ins here with 250, 300 hands. Going okay so far. We could go down again, but judging by the way it's going so far, probably not. Which is great. I'll just zoom out and remember to do that. Queen, overcards. Gonna bet up. Hopefully we're up against ace jack or draw. Up against nothing, so get nothing. Zoom out again. What we need to do. Yeah, so the graph, have a quick look at this. Yeah, so today, and this week. These are all games, so that's good. I'm gonna just quickly show you my graph for like this is $5 games, and I've just filtered it to 7 players or more. This is for the entire bankroll challenge, so yeah, 40, 45, 42,000 hands, something like that, plus $250. So move that off a little bit. Generally, when you play 9 max, you've got most of the times you've got 7 players or more. I could change that filter to 6 players or more. Probably pretty much the same. But it's it's interesting to look at how you get on with the different number of players on the tables, because sometimes there is a difference between, especially when you're sort of playing 4 players and 7 players, it does make a difference. We've got ace 4 suited. I'm just going to flat here. It's one of those ones again. Could re-raise it, and I was yesterday. I was re-raising it, and It's a tricky situation now, isn't it? Because we have top pair, but not necessarily the nuts. But you can see here we have potential to get a few stacks, but you know we probably need a little bit of help with another ace or four or diamonds to come. I don't think ace four on its own here is going to be good enough. I'm going to put in half pot just to try to scare people. Probably not, but reduce it down a little bit. Maybe take it down. So focus on that a little bit. Okay, so it's worth doing. You see, that's we've got cold there. We've lost 10 chips or whatever. Long term, whether that's a profitable thing to do, I don't know. I mean, sometimes it's great when you got one of those and you flop to flush and people are have got ace ace and king and they're all shove shove shove, and then you're in a bit position where you're raking it in potentially. So worked out. Zoom out again before I forget. So that's a $5 games for the duration of the tournament I just showed you on the graph there. With 7 players more, but let's filter that for today. Yeah, okay, it's $12, and then for this week, so $25, roughly 1,600 hands. I think you can play about 4,000 hands a day. I mean, what is it now? Friday. I think here the week starts on Monday. Sounds a bit silly. The week starts on Monday, but some weeks start Sunday. But I think on Holdem Manager, they have it on it starts on Monday, I think. So this week so far, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Now Friday morning where I am. Only 1,600 hands in all of those games, $5 games. I'll have a look at those again. Okay. I really, I could have played about 20,000 hands. I haven't had the time, so 1,600 hands plus $20,000, $25, $20,000 would be nice. If I put my mind to it, just playing these games, I could have earned potentially $200, $250 this week. That's without the bonuses. That's just the pure game. So it's kind of okay this week ish. Let's have a look at this month. You can see here, we go back a little bit, you can see obviously this month, start of February, now we're the 17th of February, started off okay, and then we fell off a cliff, and then the last sort of day or two we come back. So the last 10, 11,000 hands, but so it would have been about on average 2 days play, so the average is out a little bit, a bit up and down. And you can see that graph looks really up and down for this month. 10,000 hands. Probably in reality that's about only 2 or 3 days play. I've been a bit lazy with it, and Let's have a look for this year. It's very similar to the original graph I showed you. I'm going to re-raise the Queen Jack suited a little bit in the small blind against the limps. Okay, great. And this year we can see for, this is basically January and to the February the 17th, 30,000, 35,000 hands, $200. So if I played 4,000 hands a day, that's what, about 8 days, isn't it? Something like that. So about $600 a month, $700 a month without the bonuses of $5.9 max. No, so it's okay. It's okay for micro states poker, isn't it? I mean, it's not like, you know, it's not obviously the high stakes, is it? It's not like, oh, just one buy-in like that. Yeah, you get the idea anyway. Sorry this video has been a bit messy. It's not that professional. But sometimes I just like to show you how it is whilst I'm doing it. I think as well. Yes, I like to do the highlight videos, like I said earlier, and I just haven't had the time. I'll do my best to do more highlight videos, I promise. I do want to do some other kind of videos as well, and I need a bit of help, to be honest with you. I was talking to my friend last night about this. We're having this wonderful meal, and I want to do this and I want to do that, but I just can't do it by myself. I want to relax a little bit as well. I enjoy what I do, but there's other things I enjoy doing. I enjoy relaxing a bit more as well. I think, particularly post-COVID, I don't want to spend all my time on a computer, you know, locked away from the world. I think I spent about 2 years indoors during COVID. It was fine. You know, stressful, yes. Difficult, yes. It was okay though, you know, survived. That's the main thing. And but you know, post COVID, you know, I like to sort of get out a bit more and a little bit more motivated to spend time with other people and you know, interact a bit more. So yeah, I love my poker. I love sitting on the screen and doing stuff, and that feels very purposeful. But I also want to make sure that I'm getting out and about as well, doing some exercise, getting some fresh air, getting some sunlight. Because, you know, I think actually post COVID, I couldn't walk properly. I hadn't. Oops, lost a bit of internet. Actually, I'm going to pause it there because the internet's gone off. It'll come back. Oh, it's come back on now, I think. I'm not sure how this is going to affect the game. Let's have a look. The internet is back on. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, we'll pause it there. Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a headache. That's fine. But let's just have a quick look at the graph for today. Let's take these filters off again, and then I'll just show you this, and I'll upload this video. It's about an hour, isn't it? So today we've been playing for about an hour. I might just sort this out and continue playing, but for the video, they just over 2 buy-ins, 350 hands. So hopefully you've seen something there that you find interesting. Any questions or comments, let me know. And take care, and I hope to see you again soon.